everyone, I hope you're well and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm doing something a bit different. I've been seeing this trend on TikTok and like Instagram. It's like this clean girl makeup. So I'm gonna do my own spin on it. I wear this makeup a lot actually. I wear it when I'm just going out, when I'm in the house, just running errands. It's just clean, it makes your skin look great and makes you feel good. I'm just going to jump into it. It literally takes me 10 to 15 minutes. It's really quick, really easy. And you do everything on your face. You do a bit of eyes, a bit of lips, and then the whole base as well. I'm going to start off with the Urban Decay All Night Setting Spray. I've already done my skincare. Do not forget to do your skincare. Especially with this look, it's quite like a dewy kind of look. So having a good skincare underneath is always good. I'm just spraying that all over my face, just so everything kind of sticks. I really like this setting spray. It really does stay all night, as it says. Is it all night? All night. It's very good. Stay all day, stay all night. I really like it. It doesn't really have too much of a scent, which is quite nice. But yeah, really good product. A lot of people like it. I'm one of them. It's really nice. I'm then going to move on to foundation. The foundation I'm using is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I've got the shade 230. This is a really good foundation. Again, very hydrating. Lightweight on your skin, you don't really feel it, but also has enough coverage. I'm just putting that on a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what this one's called. It's called a sculpting brush, but I use it for foundation. And it does the job. I'm starting on my cheeks. I'm just dabbing that in just to disperse the product a bit, and then moving over to my forehead. I'm sorry if you can hear any background noise. My family are all home today, so I'm kind of just having to work with what I've got right now. But I'm literally just buffing that into my skin until I've got a really clean, flat base. I'm bringing that all the way up to my hairline. When I wear this makeup, I always wear like a kind of like slick back high ponytail, or a slick low ponytail, or even the slick bun I had in my last video, if you have seen that video. I've been really enjoying it recently. It kind of like gives you a face kind of lift because your hair's so slick back. But it's really not that tight, because if I wear my hair too tight, I get a really bad headache, I'm not gonna lie. So it looks tight, there's a lot of hairspray in it, but it's really not, it's not hurting me. I know some people always get headaches if they wear their hair too tight. Again, I am one of them, but yeah, not too tight. The hairspray I use is the Wella Hairspray Maximum Hold. This is number 5. They have numbers across the bottom so you can see how much it's going to hold. But I really like it. It doesn't make your hair feel dry, doesn't make it feel sticky either. I feel like that's a problem with some hairsprays. They make your hair feel really sticky or like really hard. This one doesn't. Of course it has that kind of like hard feel, but it doesn't feel like crispy, like it will only stay in this place. Once I brushed my hair, it all comes out. Before I do my concealer, I'm going to quickly do my eyes. It's very quick, as I say. This is the Beauty Bay Nude Matte Palette. It's really nice. It has 9 different shades. It goes from light to very dark. So you've got your kind of red tones, you've got your browns, you've got your greys, and you've got your black. I'm going to quickly actually prep my eyes because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to use the Rimmel Lasting Radiance to prep my eyes because this is the same shade as my skin at the minute. And I don't want my eyes to be like, I don't want my eyes to be the same colour as my concealer that I use, because the concealer I use is a lot lighter than my foundation and my skin, just to make it a bit more highlighting. I'm just going to blend that in. I don't actually know where this brush is from. I think I got it on Amazon. I think it's called Bestope, but the writing has run off, so I can't actually tell you the actual name. But they're quite good brushes. I'm pretty sure I got like 12 of them, maybe. I'm not too sure how many it was, but they're all really good and I use them a lot. A lot of my eye brushes are from there. And then just going to use the first colour, which is called Nothing Else. And this just will help to set the concealer into place and make sure it doesn't move and crease throughout the day. I'm then going to take this really kind of flat Morphe brush. It's really good to kind of get the wing that we're trying to get. I'm going to mix these 2 shades. This one's called Throwback, this one's called Slow Motion. I like the red undertone of Throwback, but I also want it to be a bit more brown. I'm literally just going to create a wing with this brush. And basically what I do is I keep my eye open, look in the mirror and kind of just dab it on. Then I kind of, once I have the line right, I kind of blend it into my lash line a bit. And then I kind of leave it there. And I get my finger, and because my skin's still kind of wet from the foundation, the product will move. So I pull it out to wing it out. And then I'll just touch up any bits that need to be touched up. And I'll just keep dragging it until I'm happy with it. You probably will get product under here, but that's why I do the concealer after. I just find that it cleans it up a bit more. I'm going to quickly do the other side, but again, this is super, super quick. Lighting on this video looks really weird. I'm going to try and change the setting on my ring light. I think that's a bit better. It looked really like orange. I made my face look really, really shiny. That is pretty much it for the eyes, to be honest with you. I'm going to move on to concealer. The concealer I'm going to use is the Rimmel Match Perfection. This is the Skin Tone Adapting Concealer. I use the shade 10 Porcelain. This is really nice concealer. I've used it for years. I don't know how many I've gone these through. I don't know how many of these I've gone through, but it's a really nice concealer, and the brush just helps me to make sure I'm not going to remove any of that product, but still make sure it's precise. I'm putting that in all my normal places, so a bit on my chin, under my eyes, on my nose, and a bit on my forehead. And I'm going to take this brush. This is from Unicorn Cosmetics. It doesn't have a name. I don't believe it comes with a name. Oh, actually. Oh no, that's just the unicorn sign. It's just from Unicorn Cosmetics. I'm pretty sure it is a concealer brush. Not quite sure, but I use brushes for whatever I see fit. But I'm just blending that and kind of using that to clean up the eyeshadow at the same time. Again, this is a really nice concealer. It has a lot of coverage. It's not too heavy on the skin, and it is very affordable. I didn't want to use products that are too heavy or like look like you have makeup on, because it's supposed to be like a clean kind of makeup, so kind of like your look but better type thing. So I'm using products that are not too heavyweight on the skin and don't make you look like you've got like a whole pump of foundation on your face. Whole pump, whole bottle. I'm going to move on to cream contour. I'm going to use my PS My Perfect Colour foundation and contour stick. This is in the shade Chai. I love this. Really, really affordable. Very creamy and blends very, very nicely. I'm pretty sure it's like £2.50 from Primark. You obviously can't get it anywhere else, but it's really, really good and I would highly recommend it. I'm using this Real Techniques brush. This is number 200. It's the Expert Face brush. And I'm just tapping that into my skin. I'm keeping it quite high because I want my face to look kind of lifted, like the way my hair's going. So I'm keeping it quite high. I don't really ever drag my contour down low because I think it makes your face look a bit like you kind of just slap product on and hope for the best. But I'm just blending that. I'm taking it right up to my hairline because obviously my hairline is very white and I just want to make sure that it all blends in together to make sure that there's not any lines or anything like that. But when I'm doing my cheeks, I kind of dab, and then when I'm doing my forehead, I kind of dab, and then I kind of like brush the product in just to make sure it's all buffed in. But for my cheeks, I mainly just dab. If I feel the need to swipe, then I will, but usually I just tap it in. With my nose, I do brush it a bit just to get rid of any excess product, because I don't want excess product on my nose because then it will look very orange. But I'm just going around and swirling that all in just to make sure everything is blended in. There's nothing worse than unblended contour. Your face just looks muddy and it's just not a good look, in my opinion, for my face. If that's what you vibe with, then that's what you vibe with, but not for me. I'm then going to move on to liquid blush. I'm using the Iconic London Sheer Blush in the shade Power Pink. It looks scary but it's really not that scary. Because it's sheer, you kind of can use as much product as you want and it will still blend out. which is really nice about this blush. They do have other colours, like lighter ones, but I really like this one. I'm using this just on my normal blush brush. And I'm just taking it a bit on the back of my hand, and I put it on this part of my hand just to get rid of any excess, and I'm just dabbing it in. Really nice blush colour. Blends easily, looks good on the skin, and it's really like kind of makes your skin look really healthy because it is liquid. It's very like illuminating. I'm putting a bit of that on my forehead and a bit on my nose just to make it look like my skin, because obviously you get warm. Your face is not all one colour, so I'm just blending that wherever I'd normally be a bit red, a bit flushed. I'm going to take my Laura Mercier setting powder. This is a translucent one. I'm just going to take this brush from Real Techniques again. This is the 402 setting brush. I'm just going to take that on this brush and dab it off a bit. And I'm going to wipe any of the creases from underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to dab that underneath my eyes and just set my face. I'm not putting powder anywhere I don't need it, because then my face looks too matte, and I feel like sometimes that can look really like cakey. And if I don't need powder in a place, I don't really put it there. But I'm putting it around my nose, around my mouth, under my eyes, a little bit in the centre of my forehead, but not anywhere like further. So a bit in the centre, and then I put it under here, under where I've contoured, because I find that my foundation moves from here so quickly, and I need it to stay, otherwise my contour is going to look crazy. I really like this powder. I didn't really see the hype at first, and I bought it and I realised the hype. And I'm going to take my Vive Modern Bronzer Duo. This is in the shade medium, which is number 2. I'm going to take medium 1 first, and I'm just keeping that on top of where I put the cream bronzer. I really like this bronzer duo. I use it pretty much every time I put makeup on my face at the minute. It's really nice, blends easily, doesn't cake up, and doesn't like, I find that some bronzers could kind of stick to cream products and then it looks all patchy. This one doesn't. It's very well made. I really like it. I'm just going to take a bit underneath my chin, just kind of blend everything together. But yeah, super nice bronzer, really nice. Really like it, and you get 2 shades in it as well, which isn't too bad for the price. I think it's 30 something pounds. I could be completely wrong, but I really like it. You get 2, and they're very big. I use this every day, and it's got a dent in it, but it's nothing crazy. And then going to take medium 2, really light hand, and keep that towards the back of my face, just kind of to add a bit more depth to the skin. This one's a bit more kind of like cool tone, so it does a bit more of the contouring, so I keep it at the back to give me that nice contour. I'm then going to take my blush, and my blush of choice at the minute is the Blush of Paradise blush from L'Oreal. This is in the shade Life's a Peach. I'm just taking that on the same brush and just dabbing that over where I put the cream blush, a bit on my nose, my cheeks, and a little bit on my forehead. This is really nice. It's got a nice sheen to it, so it makes your skin look really healthy and glowy. I'm then going to take a tiny bit of the Vive Skin Nova. This sits so well over powder. I was supposed to put it on when I put on my cream, but I completely forgot. But it sits so nicely over powder. It doesn't make it like come up, or it doesn't disturb any of the product underneath. I put that on the this part of my hand, and I just warm it up, and then I just tap it on, and then just put it in any other place I want to highlight. So I do the tops of my cheeks, above my brow bone, and my nose. And then my Cupid's bow. I'm then going to take my Too Faced brow wig. I use this because I want to make sure it looks like I've got the least amount of makeup on my face possible, because you want it to look quite clean and quite fresh. But I literally am just pushing this through my brows just to fill in any sparse areas. This has like hair fibres in it, so it makes your brows look really full but fluffy and natural at the same time. I'm just going to do the other brow. That is literally all I do. When I say this makeup literally takes me 10 to 15 minutes, I wasn't even like joking. It literally takes me so quick. I'm then going to move on to mascara. The mascara I'm of course going to use is the Zoeva Infinite Potential Mascara. I love this. I raved about it in my past, I don't even know how many videos now. But it's such a good mascara. It curls your lashes right up. I always get told that I've got, well, people think I have a lash perm when I have this on. It's really, really nice and really, it does the job. It's really black as well. So if you like a really black mascara, you definitely like this. But I have just got that all over my eye. So I'm going to have to take that off. I'm also going to put a tiny bit of that on my lower lashes, but really not a lot. The tiniest amount, just to open my eyes up a bit. I'm then going to finally move on to lips. The lip liner I'm using is the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. I absolutely love this lip liner. I'm just going to outline my lips with that. Can't really talk when I'm doing that. And I just kind of shade in my inner corners of my lip. I'm then going to do something a bit different. So I saw this on TikTok before and people using their kind of like brow pencils to outline their lips. That didn't work for me. But if I use a kind of brown lip liner and then use this is the blush made by Mitchell Liquid Blush. This is in the shade A Shy Boy. I literally wipe a lot of the product off that and then just dab this in the middle of my lip. I then just take my finger to blend that in to the lip liner. And you can leave it here if you like a matte lip, but I am going to add some gloss. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss. And this kind of has a pink tinge to it as well, so it kind of helps blend the pink and the brown. And that is everything I do for this clean girl makeup. That is all for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another video. Bye, guys.